Hey everybody, how's it going?
Welcome
to
Twinsies.
Welcome to the June Guitar Fam live stream.
Yeah. You guys, do Americans say Twinkies? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've only ever heard Twinsies.
Twinsies.
Until I think it might have been your sister that said Twinkies.
Twinkies is more common.
But after she said that, then I started hearing it everywhere, and thought, oh, maybe that's a thing. So, do you guys say Twinsies or Twinkies? Anyway, random poll.
I never heard Twinsies until I moved up here to Canada.
So funny. So it must. I'm guessing it's an American-Canadian thing.
Maybe.
Twinsies versus Twinkies.
Maybe a Western, Southern thing. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Anyway, hey, Andy, Jason, David, Dennis, Daryl. I thought I saw Daphne. Yeah, Daphne's in there. Nice to see you all here. Got the hardcore crew in here tonight. That's great.
Excellent.
We got, I forget how many women we just counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7 student video reviews tonight? So we got a stacked deck, which is fantastic. Jeff, hey, nice to see you in here. Jeff has a video up there tonight.
Excellent. Fellow Canadian.
That's right. I don't know. Do you want to do a song first, or do you want to go through family notes?
Oh, I think we can start with a song.
Okay, sure. Now, this song has not come out yet as far as the instructional video, but I plan on filming it probably this coming week, and it'll be out the week after that. And we are in fingerstyle mode, full hardcore, so there's going to be a lot more fingerstyle videos coming out over the next several months, and we'll talk more about that later. First off, we're going to do a little Fire and Rain for you. Let me just get that set up, and then we'll hit it.
Fire and Rain.
But this goes out to Paul Savage. live fade outs are the best when you can pull it off. Cool. So that one's coming out. I've got it like, I was reading that, so it's like 70% less. I got maybe 2 more days of practicing it, then I'll film it, and edit it. So it's got like a week and a half total to be out and up and available for you guys to go through. I can't believe there's no James Taylor on the site yet. That's just crazy to me. So I need to do that one and maybe one more James Taylor song too. Yeah,
so you guys are kind of catching us right in the midst of our learning process with this song.
Yeah, it's good though, because like now I know, like after today, I'm like, I know which parts are the weakest, and then go really hit them hard, and then I'll be ready to do the YouTube video. One take, and it's a good way to test yourself, man. Do it live.
Yeah, for sure. Trial by fire.
Yep.
Trial by fire and rain.
That's right. So,
let's see.
Family notes.
David says, I don't know twinsies. That makes sense. If you're from Texas and it's like a Canadian...
Oh, he's from Tennessee. Or Tennessee or Kentucky? Oh, sorry, David.
David's from Texas.
Paul for some. Yeah.
Just seeing if anybody else has weighed in on it. Or if... Jeff said my wife just said I have to add this to my learning list. Yeah, that would actually really be a great one for you, Jeff. I like that.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be, especially when you standardize. There's a little bit of variation on the verses here and there, but if you standardize it to just play the same thing on every verse, which is what I'm going to do when I teach it, it winds up being a lot shorter to learn it than I thought it would be. So that's cool.
Great. Yeah, I find there's just he does each chorus a little bit differently, so I kind of made...
Yeah, as far as the singing.
Yeah, and so I had to kind of make my own my own decisions, and I'll go back and fine tune it for the actual track. But we got it. Jason has a vote for twinsies.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to look up the song. I did. Somebody mentioned, I forget who. Somebody mentioned that James Taylor was in a band called the Flying Machine. And there's a line about flying machines and pieces on the ground. Apparently, because that Flying Machine band ended up not doing so well. So, yeah, it was interesting to look up the background. For the
like
song.
We're going off on a big tangent here for songwriting and stuff, but we both went on a tangent to see what the song was about, to see the story behind it. And then we will also watch, I don't know if anybody watched Rick Beato's video this week about how pop music is written and people analyzing the lyrics and stuff and pop music. And like they didn't write those songs. A whole team of people wrote those songs. But somebody like James Taylor, he obviously wrote this song by himself. Probably, I haven't looked up if he had any co-writers on, but the lyrics are personal to him. So digging into the lyrics has been really interesting because it's about really dark things, suicide and addiction and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he finished it in rehab.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, anyway, Daphne said, I heard the term twinsies before. Okay, so I'm not alone in this twinsies.
It's regional then. It's got to be regional.
It must be regional.
Cool.
All right. Well, I feel better. Thank you for the votes for twinsies. Are you having twins? No, I'm not having twins.
Not that we know of.
No, we're not. No. Although I get that question because I am petite and there's nowhere for the baby to go except out. And so, when you're petite and you're pregnant, you just like the baby's
right there.
Right there. So everyone's like, wow, are you having twins? Like, no, I'm just huge. Anyway, good times. Guitar Fam updates?
Yeah, sure.
So no live stream in August. We have one coming in July. My last day of teaching vocal lessons is going to be August 11th. So if you are still thinking about having vocal lessons, there is time between now and August 11th. So you can book that right away, get that going. And then Fingerstyle Masterclass. What's going on with that?
Okay, so I'm in the midst of getting the relaunch done for the Fingerstyle Masterclass, which will take place in October. But it's going to take me that much time before the baby gets here, August 20th, supposedly, to get it all ready to go. But once we do it and we launch the live version of it, just like we did with the Strumming Doctor, we're going to do, I think, 8 weeks of live mastermind sessions together. So where we all come together, kind of go through the high points of the course throughout the 8 weeks. It's a huge course, so you can't hit all of them. And then just come together and hold each other accountable to really work on fingerstyle and focus on it for 8 weeks. And that is kind of the kickoff of a new focus we're going to have on the site going forward from that time, like mid-October on, just on guitarfam.com in general. And that's going to be more of a community get-together focus. After the fingerstyle thing, we're going to try doing a live get-together every week. They'll be themed, like one week might be fingerstyle, the other week might be blues, another week might be a wild card where we're talking about whatever the community wants, and then our fourth week will be our live Guitar Fam Jam live stream sessions like we do here, and that'll be kind of the culmination of every month where you can submit videos for review to see what you've been working on and share your successes and struggles and everything like that. So be looking forward to that. We just want to get with you guys on a more regular basis to foster your own personal growth, and then let everyone get to know each other better as well, because that's a really important part of music, and then growing as a musician too.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. So this is going to be specifically for our premium members, which is a very easy thing to become. And so if you have a complimentary account and you'd like to upgrade to premium membership in order to join us with those, then make sure you do that, and then you'll be able to get in on all the live connections. I'm excited for that part for sure.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be good. This is another part of that. This kind of, I wanted to do like a accountability group before baby gets here, and I just don't have time with all the stuff I'm getting ready with the fingerstyle stuff and purging the house and all baby stuff. I just don't have time. But what I did have time for was a Strumming Doctor live class reunion. So I think it's July 3rd. I believe it is.
I'm not sure of the date.
I sent the email out. If you're a premium member, you got the email with the date in it. It's going to be, I believe it's Thursday.
I can check for you.
Yeah, check for me real quick. Just in the email. Just type in maybe reunion. Anyway, we're going to get together just like we did for the Strumming Doctor live sessions, the mastermind sessions. Just check up on each other, see how your strumming is doing, timing. If you have any questions or you want to share any successes about what you've been working on in the past. It's been... 4 months? Which is just crazy. Something like that. By that time, it will be 4 months. So that's coming up.
Yep, July 3rd.
July 3rd, Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Was that 1 p.m. Eastern?
Yes.
So I hope to see you there. If you can make it, that's great. Just come hang out. We'd love to see you.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, let's see what else we got for...
Thanks, Jason. July 3rd. Yeah.
For housekeeping. Oh, I wanted to thank everyone who streamed my new single. I just put out a new single May 30th, so like just after our last live stream.
Yep.
So I want to thank you guys for the support. Those of you who actually streamed it. If you look up Chelsea Amber, what's the song? Stay in My Lane.
Prego brain.
Yeah, I know. Stay in My Lane by Chelsea Amber. It's on YouTube and all the places. But yeah, I really appreciated the support for those who streamed it. So thank you very much.
And it's doing well on Canadian Christian radio, so that's great.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. It is now playing across Canada on all the provinces except here in BC, the one we live in. Well, they haven't gotten back to us yet. So hopefully there's still hope that it'll get. Actually, it's on a college station here.
Oh yeah, it is.
So
it's a secular station.
College. It's a college station here in BC.
Yeah, they're very active with the community here in the city we live in. So
yeah, so I guess you could say it's being played in every province on the radio.
Good.
Then
yep.
There you go. Okay, awesome. Woohoo. Let's see. Okay, Strumming Doctor class reunion. We talked about that. Mm-hmm. Fire and Rain lesson coming next. Okay. I'm just wondering if that's it.
I think that's
all the announcements. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So we have a loaded gun tonight for you for the student video reviews, and I have to apologize for the first one. I forgot to show Irwin's last month. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we're very sorry, Irwin. We owe you an apology. You sent that for us for the last live stream, and somehow it got missed. So we're starting with it.
We're gonna bookend this entire video review session with Irwin's. One from last month and one from this month. How do you like that? Rock and roll dream times 2.
Yeah. How do you like them apples?
There you go.
Joseph Arthur, you are free. Time is moving on. You and me, you and me. Suffering is gone. You are free. free. I know I let you down. Those days are over now. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who I thought I was. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who I thought I was. Longer who I was, no longer you thought I was. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who I thought I was. Time is moving on. You and me, you and me. Suffering is gone. You are free. You are free. I know I let you down. Those days are over now. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who I thought I was. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who I thought I was. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who you thought I was. Longer who I was, no longer who I thought I was. I'm no longer who I was, longer who you thought I was. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who you thought I was. Not afraid of nothing. Not afraid of anyone. Not afraid of losing myself, there ain't no self to lose. Not afraid of losing myself, there ain't no self to lose. I'm not afraid. I'm no longer who I was, no longer who I thought I was. Time is moving on. You and me, you and me. Suffering is gone. Let it be. Let it be. When you're gone, you are free. You are free. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome, Irwin.
Irwin, I always love the thank you at the end. It makes
too.
me so happy. And the shades.
And it lets me know when to switch back over to this view and live. That's nice.
Yeah.
No, like the thing that struck me about that song was like there's really repetitive rhythmic singing while you're doing a fingerstyle pattern that wasn't the same. So I was wondering if you found that harder, if you had to work on it more, because I would have found that much harder to singing and playing is hard enough for me at the same time, but doing something like that would be even tougher. So really good job with that. Yeah. I had a private lesson with Irwin's sister-in-law, I believe, Liz today, and it went awesome. So thanks, Irwin, for referring her to me. We had a great time, and she's going to be doing really well very soon. So
Excellent.
cool.
All right. Next we have David.
This is going to be cool. Well, for multiple reasons, but David got a new guitar. That's why he's using it. I think it's cool. And David's using a lot more advanced stuff. He's cracked open the door to the next hallway of doors, as you will see, and it's fantastic. Here you go. Awesome, man. Chelsea had to go take care of something real quick. But, man, so many good things to say about this. First off, I like how relaxed you are with your strumming on the acoustic instead of, digging in harder. I thought it was really appropriate for the song. And your singing, too, matched that very nicely. It melded together really well. The other thing, as far as the electric, I'm really happy to see you using those little mini triad shapes and really working those, because that is the secret to get in that next level of playing, particularly that C shape that you're using. That's a really important one and often overlooked chord shape that a lot of people up to an intermediate level don't really use. It's underused, so it's really good that you're using that and getting to know it really well. I guess if I have one thing to look at, as you're doing the pentatonic lick at the end, I would look at using the movable shape instead of sticking it in a box, because that type of playing, I can almost guarantee you that it's that kind of shifting rubber stamp, playing and not just sticking in a box. But it's a really good job regardless, switching back and forth between the triads and the pentatonic there on the solo was awesome. Cool. Thanks, David. Let's see. What do we have next? Okay, cool. This is Dennis, and he gave this is a progress update on a song he's been working on. It's kind of a work in progress, and it's Freight Train. Really fantastic. Give this a listen. Here you go. All right, man. Thanks for sharing that. That is not an easy song. It's often considered easier by people than it really is. And the thing that I would encourage you on for this is you're doing a great job with it. Don't feel pressure to speed it up or get it up to speed yet. It's more important that you really program in things slowly and concentrate on getting it 100% accurate, even if you have to play it out of time or stop here and there to make sure that you're hitting the right notes, and that'll help you get it down a lot faster, even though it may not feel like it. But you're on the right road, and it's sounding good. It's on the way. Very good job.
Yeah, I like that you slowed it down. I feel like some people just don't think about that.
I'm just looking at the chat here. Funny, I actually was using the outside. It was a typical box.
Okay, I heard you, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Sure. She'll be right back. No, David just reacted and said, funny, I actually was using the outside of the box things, and I changed it to inside of the box playing. Kind of thought that was supposed to do. You can. It doesn't matter. I just, after decades of playing, here we go, pick. After decades of playing stuff like this, what key was it in? C? I'm not sure what key it was in, David, but it doesn't really matter. After decades of playing in a box like that, I've just come to find out that playing mostly like that, with the repeatable, like little box, tiny mini box pattern up and up through octaves, is way more effective for knowing exactly what notes you're hitting and knowing exactly where you are in the pentatonic scale or major scale for that matter. Cool. Let's see. Cool. All right. Next, let's see. Jeff is up, and this is Good News by Shabuzi cover. Cool. Here you go.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. I keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. drown my sorrows, but they learned to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, but my heart in a case. Yeah, it's getting harder to act my age. Playing sad songs on a tiny violin, or a man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news, sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely, trying to get away from the old me, still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I've sown. They say it gets darker when you're covering them doors. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news, sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely, trying to get away from the old me, still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news, just a little good news. I need some good news, sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely, trying to get away from the old me, still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
All right. Awesome. Very good job. David made a comment in there. Was it catchy tune? Yeah, I thought that was pretty witty. And I watched this with Lillian this morning while I was doing some other stuff, and it was stuck in my head for like an hour or two afterwards. So it was really fun. Really good job. One thing I would ask, I haven't heard the original one of this song, so, and you must have been capoed.
Yeah,
so it doesn't
so.
drop me notes. Let's see. I don't know if that opening is in the original or not. I'd be curious to know if it's in the original or not. If not, I would leave it out because it makes it a G6 chord. But the reason I'd be doing it probably is because you have this. What is it? Right? But I'll go listen to it later and I may eat my words. I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be in there. Who knows?
I liked that he, from the singing point of view, that he was able to do two different octaves of that. That's not easy. That requires some range. And so I thought that was cool that you were able to jump like from the that low up to the higher octave. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, Jeff, for submitting that. That was great. Okay, this next one is from Mike. Mike's a private lesson student of mine for the past almost 3 years, man. He's doing really well. So here you go. Some Seer for you. Beautiful Loser.
Okay, Here's I haven't played this for a while, but here's Beautiful Loser. I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit, but I think it sounds all right. We'll see.
There you go. Sweet. Nice job of switching back and forth between open chords and bar chords there. Mm-hmm. And I know he did that on purpose because that's one of the things he does when he's just going through a strummy song. He'll challenge himself to play the chord progression in different ways. So that's really great.
Yeah, that was a great use of bar chords. Mm-hmm. That really, yeah.
Just to address the question that came up in the chat, LLTB, what is the name of the song, bar song? I think you're talking about the one that Jeff did, and that's Good News. If that's not the one you're talking about, let me know. Cool.
All right.
Okay, next is Tammy, and this is normally Tammy submits like full band stuff that she's worked on with her church. This one is just her and her acoustic, which is really cool, and this is called Image of God by We Are Messengers. Here you go.
I love it.
What's that?
I love that band.
Oh, okay, I haven't heard them, so I don't know.
Sleep, couldn't get no rest, weighed down by the heaviness of life. And I tried to shake it, flipping through my phone, but all it does is make me feel more alone. How could anything that feels so wrong be right? 7 billion voices separate us, but only one can show us who we are. We are made in the image of all need the same medicine. We all need another second chance. There's no first in line at the foot of the cross. Father, forgive me. Show my concrete heart. We are made in the image of God. Beautiful shades of love. We are made in the image of God. That's where the light comes from. Fall apart, all lose sight of heaven, but still your love is chasing us. Oh, give me a heart for every heart that's breaking, and give me eyes to see you're so much more than flesh and blood. We are made in the image of God. Yeah, we are made in the image of God. Beautiful shades of love. We are made in the image of God. That's where the light comes from. Made in the image of God.
Excellent.
Excellent. I love your very soothing voice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and the nice relaxed feel that you have when you play. It's really nice.
The dynamics between fingerstyle and strumming was awesome. I love
Chef's
it when
kiss.
people do that. Yeah, because you could have easily just strummed, lighter on the verses and stuff, but the fact that you incorporated that gave the song a whole other layer of dynamics and interest. So very good job. Welcome, Lucy. Nice to have you here. So you just joining us in the chat.
Yeah. Welcome here.
Yeah.
Welcome here. Oh my goodness, I just said welcome here.
She's converted to a British Columbian.
I know, right?
Welcome here. Where else would you welcome me?
I know, right? That was my first thought when I moved here. If people would say welcome here, it'd be like, it isn't, you just say welcome. Anyway.
And
I just said
it's a
welcome
thing here. I've
It's a
never heard
thing.
it anywhere else.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. We have one more video. If you have any questions at all about the community, the site, playing guitar, gear, anything like that, get them ready and put them in the chat as we listen to the Rock and Roll Dreamer one more time.
All right.
Above the clouds of Pompeii.
We built our home out on the slopes. Pompeii beneath, she lay above. How she haunted our home. How she haunted our home. You were a god in my eyes. Above the clouds, above the sky. You were a god in my eyes. You were a god. You took me walking through the town. You showed me statues underground. Said, just don't they look at peace? Sometimes I wish that that was me. I was the son you always had, tugging at your coat while you were sad. I was the son you always had. I was the son you always had. Don't cry and hold your head up high. She would want you to, and she would want you to. And please don't cry and hold your head up high. She would want you to, she would want you to. You said stay in the car and wait. There's just some things I have to say. Don't you know I miss her too? Miss her just as much as you. So my father and my son, as you end what you've begun, you lie patient by her side, with roses red come lilies white. Young to understand the flowers slipping from your hand. I was too young to understand. Was too young to understand. I was too young to understand flowers sleeping in her hand. I was too young to understand. Was too young to understand. Don't cry and hold your head up high. She would want you to, she would want you to. Please just don't cry and hold your head up high. She would want you to, and she would want you to. And just don't cry and hold your head up high. She would want you to, and she would want you to. Please just don't cry and hold your head up high. She would want you to, she would want you to. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Irwin.
Great, Irwin. Thanks for submitting another video. Very lovely. Always lovely to see you play. I don't know if you're up for it or if you're ready. I know you take challenges as they come based on what you want to do musically, but I'm dying to hear that in the bottom of some of the songs you're using this pattern for, right? So constant bass with your thumb.
Alternating bass.
And then D. What's the A minor? Was it F? It just gives a little more drive to the song, and it's a next good logical step for you too. That's just incremental. If you're interested, that's cool. I can even send you a tab of that if you want, so you can check it out. But really good job regardless.
Yeah, I like that. Irwin, I noticed you're trying faster. Just when I look back at kind of the overall sort of timeline of your learning, it's cool to see how you're getting faster with your tempos and fingerstyle patterns. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, lots of applause for you there. I find my music education is always expanded with Irwin, because you do songs that I'm unfamiliar with. So I'm always learning from you, Irwin. All right, I guess that's it for videos. So we'll open it up for a Q&A now. If you've got a song, or sorry, not a song. If you've got a question, whether it's about guitar or our site or technique, gear, anything, then we'll give you a minute. We'll open up the floor for that.
In the meantime, we'll just recap the family announcements.
Sure. My computer
July 3rd, for all premium members, we're having a class reunion for the Strumming Doctor Live. So we're just going to get together on Zoom and talk about how things have been going for us for the past 3 or 4 months with our strumming and timing, and feel free to join us for that. And let's see.
Open to premium members.
Right, and that's at July 3rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's see. Everyone's performances were great. Wonderful. Yep. Everyone's performances were great. Wonderful. Thanks, Daphne, for being here, too.
All right, so we've got a question from Daphne. It says, when I play bar chords, my wrist will get sore. Do you have any tips for fixing this?
Yeah, I mean, like I actually, with Liz today, we were going through some tips on bar chords, and I was sitting there playing, just working on bar for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I started to get tired. So as soon as you feel yourself get tired, work on something else. You can only work on that kind of stuff so long in a day, especially if you're over 25, or 30. So I would practice it often, and as soon as you feel yourself like you start to feel it before it hurts, just move on to something else for a bit and then come back to it. That's probably what I'd recommend. Also,
I like doing some stretches too. I find if I'm going to have to do a lot of the bar chords, then stretching, doing this.
And also getting your guitar elevated. Like I've more and more often lately, I've been sitting with my legs crossed like at the table. I need to get one of those things to raise my guitar up like this because I don't like playing with my guitar on my left leg. I just hate it.
I thought you had a cushion.
I do, but it slips off. They make one that clamps onto your guitar. That's more solid, like made of plastic and metal. I want to get one of those. But in the meantime, I'm doing this. I could also use a footstool, but it doesn't raise it up enough. If I can the closer I can get this to like a 45-degree angle, the less it hurts, the longer I can play. And that's just in general, because I'm having shoulder problems from having the guitar be parallel to the ground. I have to reach over, and my shoulder is rebelling against me, so I'm having to do physical therapy to get my shoulder back. And putting it up here allows for that a lot more, and it puts the guitar in a better position. So my wrist, check my wrist out when I put it down. My wrist isn't kinked as far this way, and that's what can make your hand tired. But in general, practicing bar chords, do it more often in shorter spurts.
Yep. Now, Dennis has a question. Says, are chord melodies just another type of fingerstyle technique?
I don't know if I call it a fingerstyle technique, but it's used a lot in fingerstyle. That I'll maybe crash and burn on this, but. I can't remember the rest of it. There you go. Like that, I'm doing fingerstyle on that, but I've done stuff like that on electric when I use a pick and hybrid picking too, or even with just a pick, with just like strumming. If you know Eric that submits videos, he does some stuff like that too, and covers of like older Beatles tunes or the Byrds tunes and things like that, and that's really cool. So it doesn't have to be fingerstyle, but it's used a lot in fingerstyle because with fingerstyle you have your thumb, which is like your left hand on the piano, and your fingers, which is like your right hand on the piano, and it's a lot more conducive to playing stuff like that. So that's kind of my perception on that. I do. I really love Andy Timmons as an electric player, and he does stuff like that all the time. And he plays mostly with just a pick or hybrid picking thrown in a finger or two.
Our daughter calls him Andy Tinnemans.
Tinnemans, yes.
Andy Tinnemans. Mommy. Yes or no? Wait, okay. Just a few more minutes, okay, sweetheart? All right. Let's see. So Jason said use Sageworks. They have magnetic lap stands. I've never heard of that.
What is it called?
Magnetic lap. Sageworks.
Oh, you know what? I think that's the one that I saw. Like they're more expensive. They're like over $100, but I love. They seem to be the best thing out there that I've seen. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. That's cool. The mount on the inside of the guitar. That's really cool because it won't damage your. It seems like it wouldn't damage your guitar like a clamp would.
See, would that affect the tone?
Negligible amount, yeah. But I'm sure if you put it under a microscope, and you did a recording and looked at the waveform, you would see a difference, but it's going to be negligible. Like it's probably the difference between, check this out, if I'm playing fingerstyle something and I put my arm on top of the guitar versus not having my arm on top of the guitar, it's going to sound more open and vibrate more. That's probably the equivalent to that. But you have to have your arm on the guitar generally to play, right? So probably going to be something like that. So negligible, especially if you're playing electric.
Okay, cool. Great question so far. Dennis says, is that covered in any of the classes? Are you talking about the fingerstyle? If
you're talking about chord melody stuff,
chord melody.
The fingerstyle masterclass gets into some of that kind of stuff, but it's presented from more of an aspect of a bass line on bottom and a melody on top. And then there are some cover song lessons on the site that do get into like the whole chord melody thing. Like, I don't even know if I can like Here Comes the Sun, that kind of stuff. That is a chord melody because I'm playing all the chord along with the melody over it. There are a few others on the songs page of the Guitar Fam site, and like that's more and more and more of the direction that I'm heading in my own personal playing in general. I'll find a hymn or just a song that I write or a cover song of some other tune that I really like, and I'll do an arrangement of it with, all in one bass, chords, melody, everything. Just because I feel like I'm a piano player when I do that. I feel like I can play the whole thing of a song of any arrangement on my guitar with nothing else, which is really cool. And really, that's stuff like Freight Train. That's bordering on the line of chord and melody, but not really. But it's headed in that direction. And that's kind of the step to getting into full blown chord melody stuff. And I'm like, that's probably stuff I'll be working on for the rest of my life. And that's kind of stuff that I want to really get good at.
Cool. All right, let's see. Says I want to work. Daphne said I want to work on songwriting. If you write songs, do you make time in addition to your guitar practice routine, or do you do it in place of your practice routine? I guess it depends how hard I'm going at the practice. I did a songwriting challenge, a 4-week challenge.
That was intense.
A couple summers ago, where I wrote 20 songs in 4 weeks, so like Monday to Friday for 4 weeks. And so I did that. I actually set aside my guitar practice. I used that as my guitar practice, I guess, because there were some things that I was doing on the guitar that I wasn't quite totally proficient at, but trying to do it for writing purposes.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess it could. I mean, I guess it depends on your goals. I try to incorporate some of my guitar goals into my songwriting. For example, this single that I just released last month. So I'm working on a live version of that with an electric guitar riff in it. So that's kind of like baked into the presentation of the song. So yeah, there are songs that I will purposely write so that I can practice a certain element. There are songs that I've written specifically so that I could practice jazz chords. So stuff like that. Yeah. So it depends, I guess.
And it was intense for her, but like she's primarily a singer-songwriter artist, right? So that's the whole purpose of her playing guitar anyway. So her writing was, I think it was just as good as like, I'm going to go and practice Thrill Is Gone solo. Well, great, but are you going to use that in your music? No, it's just a vehicle to get, so she can add stuff like that too.
Now, that being said, though, because I was practicing a Jimi Hendrix solo, and then when I made up this little riff for the for this new single, you made a comment that you were like, "Oh, you've been practicing Jimi Hendrix." Yeah, so like this stuff, and I didn't purposely, bake in something Hendrixy, but it just kind of from practicing that ended up kind of seeping into what I wrote. So,
and that's the way to do it. Like if you're gonna practice stuff you love that's not yours, it should have a purpose, whether it's your own enjoyment or to develop that particular skill so you can incorporate stuff like that into your own music. That's cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes?
You wanna
We're almost ready.
You want to come out and say hi? Lillian, you want to come out and say hi? Sure. Come here.
Come on.
Well, I guess it's it. I think we answered all the questions in
Let's see.
the chat.
I don't know. I'll where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh, be careful of Daddy's drink. Daddy's. Okay.
Come on.
Oh, I've got a free lap too.
Okay. Well,
All right.
anyway.
Well. Let's see. One of the problems Jim says one of the problems I've encountered in my left-hand journey is learning where the strings are when I'm picking without looking at the strings. Do you have any exercises to work on this?
Yes, it's particularly if you're talking about fingerstyle stuff, Jim. I've been filming all this week and all last week on a lot of like pre-launch videos for it, and that is covered. It may seem really basic and really foundational, but the easiest way to do it is to strip everything down and make it ultra simple. So like for your thumb, I'm just going to sit here, concentrate on feeling and visualizing where that E string is, the A, the D, and stripping it down to something as simple as that will really program it in, because you have to pay attention to where the rest of your body is located or anchored, and that'll give you your point of reference for being accurate with your thumb, right, or your fingers too. So simplifying it and separating that time out at the beginning of a practice session before you do anything else, working on accuracy and isolation really helps, and if you can be really consistent with it, that's what I recommend doing. I feel like your name is Lillian.
Yes,
I feel like that can never be sharp enough, and it's always worth doing it at the beginning of a practice session. But I do it with thumb and then fingers on top. And if you're talking about picking or anything like that, same thing. Just be like strip everything else away and just work on a little bit every day. Best advice I have for that. Thanks.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to see the questions here. Will the new lap stand make me play like a pro? I'm always looking for shortcuts.
It'll get you
Love it.
0.01% more of the way there.
Let's see. Lots of people saying hello to you in the chat, so that's good.
Hi, Lillian.
Okay. Just reading the chat here. It's off to the side.
Yeah, I'm very proud of Jim, though. He's taken on learning guitar left-handed, which is super frustrating, but he's doing it, and he's going to make it. Cool.
Yeah. I think we answered all the questions. I hope we did.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, joining us. It was great to have you here. And I feel like we have the best internet fam.
Yeah, we do. We're really blessed to have you guys showing up every month and every week. So we'll see you next month. We're not doing an August live stream because we'll have a new addition to the fam.
Yep.
And we'll see you on the site on July 3rd if you're a premium member. Actually on Zoom there. And until next month, or I don't know what's going to happen next month, but get your start working now on your student video reviews and get them in for next month. Oh, the collaboration. That's right.
Yes, we almost forgot to mention the collaboration.
Lily, if you can't leave that alone.
Why don't you come sit on Mommy's lap?
Sit on Mommy's lap.
Here. Come sit on Mama's lap.
The next Guitar Fam collaboration for Tequila Sunrise is due around the middle of next month, and so in about 3 weeks. I'll send an email out on the 1st with all the details, but I have one submission already. Daryl has already submitted. I'm looking for at least 10. That's our goal. It's not that hard of a song, so you can do it. Just set up your phone, record it to the jam track with earbuds, and I'll send out a email reminder shortly for you guys. Cool. Well, we got to get this one some attention, so we'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.